Hello guys, meeting you after a long time. So today I'm going to show you how to create a e-commerce website. It's a type of a clone of Amazon, but not digital like that. So uh, now first I have showed you we used Notepad and Notepad plus plus, but I felt that those softwares are not so good. So I bought you one more software which is called as VS Code. So first we'll download that and then I'll start with the video. So in the search box we'll type VS Code, download, and press enter. Then the first link which you get, that is code.visualstudio.com. We'll click on that link, and then here you can see for Windows you can download here. You can press here. For Unix, Linux you can press here, and for Mac you can press here. For in this case, I have Windows 11, so I'll press here. I've already installed it, so I'll just show you the key points which you need to remember while downloading. So I'll click on the Windows button. It will take few seconds. It may take a few while because may take a little while because depending on your internet speed. So it's just downloading now. So like Visual Studio Code is nothing but it is an IDE which helps you, which gives you suggestions, which makes your work more easier. So I'll accept this agreement, and then you need to keep in mind that these four are uh, already checked. Like these should be checked. Like, if even if one is not checked, you need to check all the four options. This is optional. If you want, you can do it. If you don't want, you can leave it. So I'll keep the four options checked, and then you press next, and then you install. I have already installed here, so I will not install it again. I'll click cancel, but you should check these four options. So now if you haven't accessed my playlist, I'll be updating it now. So you can go and access it today. I have not uploaded any videos, that's why it's showing like this. But after this video, when you check it, this video will be uploaded here. So you can go and you can check it out. So now I'll close all the other tabs. Yes. So now I'll open Visual Studio Code. Then I'll go. I have already created the uh, file. So now you can see here I have made these folders. So before making any changes, so we'll right click here. In Windows 11 you'll have like this, like you need to click show more options and then open with code. So if you are using if you're not using Windows 11, you'll directly get here in the context menu, open with code. You can click open with code and you can open VS Code, this folder in VS Code. So I'll do show more options, open with code. So it has directly opened my, first I'll delete all the things. Yes. So here I have made one folder. In that there are three folders. That is CSS folder, one is JS folder, and one is images folder. These images you can get in the. I have put a link in the description box. You can go and download that. So I have created the index.html. So if I delete this one and again I create a folder, will it appear here? So I'll close that now. If I delete this index.html and now I again make index.html, will it appear here? Let's check that. So I'll delete this, delete, move to recycle bin. Now I have deleted everything. Now I'll create a new file named index.html and I enter. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just show you that is it deleted or not. So now I deleted it. Now see here also it is deleted. Before here there was index.html. Now sorry. Now I'll create one more file index.html. So now let's check. See now it is updated. So it is a very powerful ID. So it is very powerful, and for example, if I press exclamation mark, so it shows Emmet abbreviation. Like it is designed by Microsoft. This full software is designed by Microsoft. So no need the tension of it will get virus or something like that. Your computer may damage or something. Now if I press exclamation mark and I press enter, so I'll get the starter template. So starter template is nothing but the template required for the at the start of the document. So these all things are required for an HTML document. So here title. So title I'll change to for XYZ. And this is just an example to explain. And here I write UL LI. This this is my first commerce website. Okay, now I'll just duplicate it. I'll come to that. I'll come to the shortcuts and all. So first, you just watch carefully, and now I'll write H1. Uh, H1 in H1 I'll write uh, hello world. Yes. So now I'll save it. Control S. Now I'll right click and I will open with live server. So live server is an extension of VS Code. So now I have installed right now, but you in go to the extensions tab and click in the search box live server. So you can here it will come install like this one. You need to click the first one which appears on your screen. It has to have this logo. So I will click here and here's a install will come. Click install. I have already installed that, so you can install it and it will get activated whenever you open any document. So now I'll open with live server and I'll show you the power of live server. Now it's opening. So now whatever I have done, it is updating here. So now in the previous videos I've showed you that in Notepad if you write and you update something, you need to refresh again and again. But in this case you don't need to do that. So like I'll duplicate it. Uh, H3, H3, H2 and I'll close the H2 tag. I'll save it. I will not refresh it. I didn't refresh it. It already got updated. The only thing is you need to save a document after updating the changes. You need to save the document even in Notepad, but in that you need to refresh the browser if you are using Notepad or Notepad++. So this is the most nice feature I loved about VS Code. So and now about the uh, um, keyboard shortcuts and the settings. So you can go to keyboard shortcuts and that duplicating I duplicated two lines that I did not press Control D, I pressed Alt D. So I tried doing Control D when I first used VS Code, but Control D was already used by some other shortcut. So like you can just search um, copy line down here. I'll just write to copy line. So here Alt D have written. You can if you want to change, you can click here change key binding. I'll change and then I can press my key combination. Like for example, if I want Control D, it is telling one existing command has this key binding, so I cannot use this one. So for me, I couldn't use Control D, so I used Alt D for the alternative. So copy line down means that it will copy your line below the line where your cursor is, and copy line up is just opposite to that. Wherever your cursor is, one line will be added. The same thing what is written where your cursor is, that same text on the particular line will be copied up. So these are the shortcuts. You can just when you have any free time, you can just go through all the um, shortcuts, and if you want to change anything, you can change it by clicking um, change key binding. Now I'll close it. So now we will start making our e-commerce website. So I'll just close this, and if you right click, you will get option of format document. You can press shift alt plus F. So I'll format the document, so the document automatically gets formatted. So I'll change the title. I'll change it to clothing. Just an example, clothing, the best clothing, online clothing store, online clothing. So I have written the title, and now I'll write a link for linking the CSS, this one, um, the document. And I have already created few in the folders. I've created some files, like in CSS I've created home.css, and in CSS I have created home.css and even nav.css. In JS folder I have created home.css, home.js, sorry. So now I'll link this home.css to my index.html document. So link. So here you can see Emmet abbreviation. It will give you something. If you press enter, it will give you something like this. So now if I press enter, the same thing has come where how it was showing in the context menu. So href I'll write css home.css. Now I'll open this. Here I'll write import, then I'll write nav.css, or one thing you can do to make it error free, you can write two dots, then forward slash css nav.css. Then you can save the document. After doing this, we can close the home.css. We don't need it right now. And then we'll open the nav.css document. So now I'll go on mute so that you can enjoy. Not enjoy, you can concentrate more if I keep on talking. So now I'll go on mute. And one more thing that here if you write nav, like nav is a tag. So nav is a tag. So if I type nav dot something, so it will give nav class is equal to whatever you have written after the dot. For example, if I write nav dot navbar, nav dot navbar. So it has given, sorry, I have written nav dot bar. I think you have, you might, and you understood. So nav dot nav bar. So nav is nothing navigation. So it is just a short form nav bar, navigation bar. So it gave me a class nav bar. So if I write nav hashtag nav bar, nav hashtag nav bar, it will give me nav id nav bar. So this is also a good feature of VS Code. So it is way more better than the other two softwares which I told you. In my perspective, you may feel some other thing, because your opinion may be different. You are fit to that um, software. So I like this one. That's why I use this one. So now I'll go on mute. So So now I have written the CSS for this nav bar. So now we will save it and we'll see. So you can, okay, I'll remove the image tag and I'll show you. Like I can even comment out the full line by pressing Control and forward slash. So I'll press that. So you can see now it is commented out. So now to uncomment that, I'll again press Control forward slash. Now I'll comment it out. Then I'll save it. So now you can see we cannot see the nav bar. So if I give some height to that, I'm just showing you. So here we don't need like height is not required. So for example, I'll give 60 px. I'll save it. So here you can see some patch over here. So but now I don't need that. I'll delete it. I'll save it. Now I'll comment the image tag. So after doing this one, um, we can write after writing the image tag, we'll write one more div inside this nav div only. So now I'll again go on mute. So now I have made the required changes. I have added CSS to the image tag as well. So like we'll just refresh. So like you can see here, some search box is added. Then my logo. Then why is my this one not appearing? Okay, okay, I understood. I have made a mistake. I did not write here anything. So how will it show? So I'll write search. We'll save it. So as you can see here, the search button and search box is not looking so attractive. So after doing this, first we'll add some CSS to the nav items. That is these the search and search buttons. We'll do that. So you have seen that after adding CSS to the uh, image and image, then the navbar got its height got increased. So now I'll again go on mute. Whenever I feel that it is required for you to understand something, I'll unmute myself and I'll talk and I'll tell you. So now I have saved and I have made the required changes for the components inside nav items. So now here you can see that it is little more modified and it looks appealing to the user. So it is little curved from here. So I have, you can see that here I have written border top left radius and border bottom left radius. So I have applied to this search box. So border top left radius. So this is the left side and this is the top. So it has little curved here. I have little curved it, and same in the bottom side. Now if I inspect here, right click inspect, a search box. Now if I keep on increasing the value, it gets more curved. And if I reduce the value, it becomes more of a rectangle. So here you can see, as per your requirement, you can do the changes. For now, I'll just keep it as 10. And for bottom, if you check that, if as you keep on decreasing, it the edge becomes more sharper, and if you increase, it becomes more curved. So if you want to do it like this, you can do it. You can do how much ever you want. For now, I'll keep it 10 px, and don't think that whatever you do is, it will change in the website of the original website. For example, if I remove this padding, now if I refresh it again, the padding is automatically added. And just for your understanding, that it gets changed, so it doesn't change in the original code. So we'll close it now, and we'll modify this search button. So this cursor pointer, what it does that whenever you hover on the search button, like if I hover on this search button, the button which I have created, it will change to a pointer. I'll just show you. I'll give you a demo. So now if I hover here, so you can see it changes into hand and it becomes a pointer. It points towards the this one. So it if you don't have any link, and if you have, it will show that. Usually in websites, whenever link is there, it changes into a pointer. So this is the use of cursor pointer. So now I have made the changes, and you can see here how it is looking very cool and very nice to see. And this logo also is looking very nice. So now just change the um, I'll just change the hover of this search box. I'll save it, and then I have made changes to the placeholder. So you can see now we'll add the user and the cart um, images. Like you can just move user png. So this you can get. So this is the real image, and the cart one, cart. So this is the cart image. You can download all these images from the link in the description. So now we'll add the user one. We'll make it in the nav items, the div, the nav items div only. So we'll write um, a anchor tag. We'll give it a href, a sample href, not always the href should not be necessary that it should be a link. You can just type something which doesn't mean, like for example, hashtag. So after that, we'll insert image tag src img, then the user image. I'll type it user.png. Alt I'll give it as user, and the same thing I'll copy. So now instead of user, I'll type cart. And one more thing, that if I want to change this one and this, so by pressing Alt, I can get multiple cursors by pressing Alt and pressing the required or desired position. If I, oh sorry, I pressed the Windows key by mistake. So now if I want the cursor after T, so I'll press Alt key with the left arrow key. I'll press the I'll press Alt left arrow key, left click, and I'll click after T, and then I can get wherever I want. And to remove these, and you want only one, okay, I'll tell that afterwards. So now if you want to change it, so you can press backspace. So if you press backspace, wherever the cursor is, the uh, it will apply backspace to every line. If I press Ctrl Z, it will apply to every line. Now if you want to come out of the after this, you can press anywhere on the document. Don't press here, it nothing will happen. On the document you press anywhere, it will work. So now we have created this one. So now we'll add CSS to this. Um, so I have written dot nav items a. So this targets the anchor tag a tag inside the nav items. Wherever the anchor tag is there inside the nav items, it will target those, or it will change the CSS of those elements or those tags. So now we'll write margin margin left margin left, and we'll give it as, for example, 20 pixels. And next we'll target the image tag inside the anchor tag. So for that we'll write dot nav items a img. So this targets the nav items, like the anchor tag inside the nav items. It targets the image tag inside the anchor tag inside the nav items. Like for it will target these two images. So are these two images are inside these two anchor tag. So, and these anchor tag are in the nav items div with the class name nav items. So this is the meaning of these elements or tags. So now we'll add CSS to this. So we'll give it width tpx. It's just an example. As per your requirement, you can change that. So we'll just go. So here you can see that the user and the cart image is added. So it looks very awesome. So now we are coming to the towards the end of the video. So now we'll add the, like for example, you open any website, for example, Amazon.in. 1 minute. You open, for example, YouTube. You open. So here you can see there are many links. Like for example, if I go um, e-commerce website. So here you can see all the uh, it, this link. What is this link? This tag or this element, it directs to this link. It has a link within it which directs to this link. Now if I, so the same thing opens. So the same thing we'll be adding here. So now we'll go to the UL tag. Sorry, we'll go to the index.html document, and then before the after the nav, after the last div one, which is the nav one, we'll write UL class. You can even type the class manually, or you can even write ul.links container, because for now I'm writing links container. Nothing but links. Always give a class which you can understand. Never give that div.class, div.class, or it doesn't mean anything. So the class is of no use. So now I'm writing it contains some link. The, for example, accessories, then the clothing of men, women, children, and like that. So you can give that links container or link container. After that, you can write li dot link item. By reading the class name only, I'm able to understand, yeah, this is the one which contains the links. So we should choose a name which is appropriate to the function you want to assign to the um, element. So I'll write home. I'll copy it. So here I'll write women, men, then accessories, then I'll write children. Now I have made a mistake that the accessory should be below children. So to do that, I'll press Alt and the up arrow key to move it up. And if I am to move it down, I'll press Alt and down arrow key. So after this, I'll write, um, you can write contact us or your feedback. You can write feedback, and I'll create one more named as contact us. Contact us. So now we'll save it and we'll just check. So you can see here that it is not so nice. You can see these points. In YouTube, are you able to see those points that the sidebar becomes? You are not able to see that. So now how to modify this? So again we need to add some CSS to it. So first we'll add some CSS to the UL tag. So this text decoration specifies that the underline which comes in the A tag that will not come. I have made a mistake here. I should write the A tag with ref hashtag, or I can do one thing. I can add multiple cursors. Now I can A ref, I'll give it as hashtag X, move these, paste it, and I'll give it a class name as link. Forgot to do so. Class link. I'll save it, and now text decoration none. I'll do it, and none specifies that the whenever a link appears, you might have noticed that whenever a link appears, it is underlined. To remove that underline, we'll type a code or a command that text decoration none. That it specifies that whatever the decoration the specific text has, it will make it 0. So this is the use of this. So after this, we'll write from. So I have did this. Now we will update and we'll check. So here you can see it has come. So there is some problem here. I want this one in the below at the below of this one. So like I will. Okay, I understood. I have made a mistake. I have added this div inside the um, nav items, but I should not do that. I should add it in the nav div. Just press Alt and down arrow key to move it down. So now we'll save and we will check. So now it has come down. So this was the mistake I was doing. So now if I go to home, women, men, children, accessories, feedback, and contact us. In the upcoming parts, I will show you how to. I'll create several web pages which interlinks the index.html or the home page. One more thing we can do is that in the image tag you can give a link, like for example in YouTube if you press the logo, it directs you to the home page. So the same I'll be doing here. Okay, ref I'll give it as hashtag. Afterwards, in the upcoming videos, we'll change it. I will cut it and I'll paste. I will save it. So we'll just refresh. This one is looking very nice. It's very appealing. So that's it for today, guys. If you didn't access my playlist, please go now. I have given the link of this playlist in the description box. You can go and you can check it out. And one more thing, one announcement I have to make. That is, I have changed my channel's name to EduPort. From Learnings with Yatharth, I have changed it to EduPort. So, um, if you want to search my channel, you can type EduPort. Don't type Learnings with Yatharth. I have changed it. I have changed it. So, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next part of this video of this website, a clone of Amazon. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and please comment down below if you have any doubts, or if you like this video. Please comment down below that which part did you like. So I'll be very delighted to read your comments. So thank you.